there's something we need to talk about. Just a sec. So I think I've kept you guys in suspense enough, and you're probably wondering, you know, did the vegan diet make me lose strength? After all, I am a vegan, and I did lose strength. So obviously, it must have been the vegan diet, right? I mean, what else could it be? But let me get back to this warm-up set real quick, and we'll continue this conversation. 225 low bar squat. I know what some of you may be thinking. Well, you are just good morning the hell out of that barbell squat. And I would say, no, I'm not. It's called low bar squatting. And actually, I learned this way of squatting from Mark Ripito himself, the anti-vegan dumb shit himself.
Point your nipples at the floor.
Like I said before, and if you haven't seen my video, the guy knows what he's talking about in regards to training. I've always low bar squatted actually, and I've always liked to low bar squat rather than high bar squat. And when you low bar squat, to keep that bar path, the center of your foot, if you will, your center of mass, to keep everything balanced, it has to be through your center of your foot, essentially. And the only way to do that is if you actually bend forward a little bit when you're low bar squatting. So, going to my working set of 300 pounds for 5 sets of 5. Now, I'm just gonna address it right here. Yes, I lost strength, but it's not because of the vegan diet. It's not because I magically just started deteriorating away because of my lack of nutrients or whatever it is. No, the reason why I lost strength actually was because of my hiatus. I actually took 2 months off from training. Would you look at that? You know, I took 2 months off of training. It was actually a little bit more than that. It was like 2.5 months, maybe closer to 3 months. I don't even really remember. I have to check my notebook. I check my log. Because of my business, and because of that, I was unable to train at all because I put all my efforts and all my time into my real estate business, hence why I lost a whole bunch of strength. But I've gotten back into it since then, and I've slowly been taking my time to get my strength back, right back where it used to be. For example, before I left off, according to my logs, from what I remember, I was doing about, if I remember correctly, it was 325 pounds for 5 sets of 5, which is all right, you know, not too bad, at about an RPE 9 on the last set. On the 5th set, I was at an RPE 9 on the last rep of the last set. I was pretty, you know, almost coming close to being really fried. So that's the only reason why I have lost strength. It's not because of my vegan diet. I'm sorry I clickbaited the fuck out of you, but, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. You know, sometimes a little bit of drama is good, right? So I'm gonna get this 300 down, watch these little weak vegan legs and, you know, vegan core try to push this 300 pounds up. Do you think I can do it? I don't know, we'll see. You know, last time I squatted was last week. I had 295 and it, you know, it was Actually went really smooth, actually. Let's get 300 done. Let's check it out. For those wondering if I'm related to a cherry, if there ever was a crossbreed between a cherry and a human being, it would be my face, because there is no face that gets redder than mine while squatting, deadlifting, bench pressing, overhead pressing, anything that requires a strenuous amount of energy. Forget about it. Nobody's got that beat. Look, my next set, I'm gonna get a close-up of my face. And that's another thing. You're never gonna see a redder, more uglier lifting face than this one right here. From yours truly. Wait till you see this. I mean, your screen might crack there, so just, you've been warned. Don't, whatever. Proceed with caution, if you will. Don't beat yourself up just because you've lost some strength or because you had to take a hiatus due to work or your business or your kids or your personal life, whatever. Right? Don't lose motivation. Just go. Stay consistent. Keep going. That is the key. Consistency is key. Without consistency, you ain't getting nowhere. So you have to stay disciplined. You have to keep pushing forward. Just go. That's one thing I'm very grateful for is the Marine Corps. So the Marine Corps taught me that. Just keep going. Shut the fuck up and keep going. So the squats are moving pretty good. I love being a novice. When I first started lifting, and actually like really legitimately training, I loved training at the novice level because you progress so quickly when you're following a legitimate program, which by the way, I'm not doing Mark Ripetoe's program. This isn't, even though his 5x5 program this is what I'm doing, this is not his. I'm just doing this because it's actually part of my program. By the way, yes, I am a trainer. Yes, I do program. The 5x5 is really good, I think, for novices. When you're at that novice stage, it's very effective. It works very well. I even recommend some higher rep work, but in regards to like conditioning and things of that nature. I just can't get too spoiled and get used to this because I know within the next few weeks, it's going to be back to being that intermediate stage, and I'm not going to have the same progression I have right now. Still progressing, but much, a little bit slower. So all you novices out there who do train, don't act like you got it bad. You're in dreamland right now, okay? Just because you're not lifting a bunch of heavy weight doesn't mean that that's a bad thing. And anybody who talks shit about people not lifting heavy or whatever, shut the fuck up, okay? Shut the fuck up. Damn, especially like these kids that are trying to like learn how to lift and stuff like that. Shut your fucking mouth, please. Thank you. You know what happens when you get someone who doesn't know how to lift correctly and is concentrated on weight? You get this. Why is he loading that amount of weight on that contraption? I hate that machine, the Smith machine. What is he doing? Whatever, I'm not even gonna get into that. Don't ego lift is the point. Do what you can handle, do it with good form, and don't worry about what anyone else has to say. Fuck everyone else. That's it. Don't like doing weighted pull-ups. So that's the next exercise that I have to do that I will not be recording because it requires all my concentration. So I'll see you guys once I'm done with this little session here. See you guys in like a second. So I'm back from training. I've got my girlfriend here. We just finished eating, as you can see here. This was a pasta. What is it? Pesto pasta?
Vegan pesto pasta.
Vegan pesto pasta that had like kale and green beans, basil,
nutritional
yeast. She made it, obviously. I made the potatoes. That's, garlic and some salt in there. And that's what we ate. So that was cashews in there. There was cashews in there. So some fats in there as well too. So, because you gotta reestablish or restore your glycogen stores. Otherwise, you're not gonna build any muscle, right? And plus, but you gotta watch out too because the carbohydrates make you fat.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Remember, carbohydrates make you fat, so don't eat carbs, even if they're whole grains and whole vegetables and whole foods. It's all, no, don't eat that. It'll make you fat. Remember, keto all the way. Dumbasses. So my girlfriend hasn't seen the video of what I brought up earlier in regards to this this young man who's a vegan, and like this video kind of went around and a lot of people were making fun of it, and I actually kind of felt bad for the kid because he's just a young kid, and this young guy doesn't really, I don't think he has a lot of experience in this, but she hasn't seen the video, so I'm going to show her the video. So, and we're going to see her reaction. She's a lifter as well, too. She hasn't lifted in a month, a year, 6 months?
6 months.
6 months due to circumstances with her life and, being a mother of 2 and whatnot. So, she hasn't been able to lift any, but she does have experience with some lifting, a little bit of powerlifting, but at a very early stage. Yep. So she's about to see the video and she's going to give some insight in regards to what she is seeing, because I think you guys would enjoy that. We're not making fun of this kid. We're not saying anything bad about this kid, but maybe you would like a different opinion other than mine. So she's gonna watch it now.
He's lifting how much now?
300. Or supposedly it's 300.
Oh, yep. He's struggling. He's definitely struggling. And probably shouldn't be lifting that much.
So, looking at that, well, yeah, I would agree with you, His form was really bad, and I think I saw this whole video, well, I saw chunks of the video, I actually didn't see the whole video, but I did read the description on it, and he says something to the effect of that he's not a weightlifter or something to that regard, and again, he's been getting a lot of flack. I actually saw this video from somebody who does a lot of roasts, Elgin Intensity. He usually talks, he makes a lot of roast videos on like CrossFit and stuff like that. And I think he's actually a pretty funny guy. And apparently this guy, this young vegan fellow, actually made he made a video back to Elgin Intensity, like roasting him, talking, smack to him in regards. But then it was like for an older video that Elgin Intensity put up of him squatting 245 or something like that for 5 sets of 5. Which was done in 2014. Okay. And then but he was just saying because that was like baby weight or it was low weight. But again, based on what I was actually saying, earlier, from what you saw earlier in the video, I think that's a really bad premise. That's a really bad way of speaking about someone if they can't lift a lot of weight. What should really be concentrated on when you're lifting weight as a lifter is your technique and form and your progression while maintaining that form while as you get stronger, not roasting someone or talking crap on someone because you're lifting lighter weights. That to me is just silly. And that's what this young vegan fellow, I don't know his name. I think his name's Jabari or something like that. So, and plus it was an older video. You know, Elge Intensity, I've actually seen Elge Intensity lift. The guy benches 315 for reps. And he's about my size. I can't bench 315. That's ridiculous. You know, to bench 315 and be under 200 pounds is pretty damn impressive. For reps, that's crazy. I mean, that's a strong dude.
Yep.
And plus, I think, again, that was an older video. I think he squats much more than that. And I think the guy's even competed in everything in powerlifting. So I think it was a low blow. I think...
he needs to work on his form.
I agree. I think he really needs to work on his form. And I would hope that he consoles in a trainer or someone, a coach, maybe something to help him if he wants to progress in weightlifting or if he wants to get stronger, because that form right there is horrible. It's really bad. And I'm saying that from a good place, not to make fun of this guy. I'm not trying to bully this guy or nothing, but his critique is horrible. And that's another thing I'm going to say about the fitness industry or just YouTube in general. If you're going to upload something to YouTube, get ready for the backlash that you're about to receive because you uploaded that video. Just get ready for it. I think it's bullcrap about this whole bullying crap. Look, if you don't want to get bullied, you want to get whatever, there's always going to be some crazy asshole or some douche talking crap. If you don't want any of that, don't upload. Stay out of it. Stay out of this YouTube world. It's crazy out there. I agree. It is. But you're gonna get good and you're gonna get bad.
Not everyone's going to agree with you.
Right.
Period.
So, Jabari, young vegan dude, I'd hope that you do the right steps in regards to lifting. Also, I know it was on the Smith machine, which I hate the Smith machine. I like...
You do?
I can't stand that thing. It's the worst machine ever. Because whatever you can lift on the Smith machine, just subtract 100 pounds. 100 to 125 pounds, what you can actually squat. You might then be able to squat, maybe, properly, that, because the Smith machine does nothing to actually strengthen your stabilizing muscles in your trunk. I mean, it's all pretty much just isolating the movements on your legs. You do have pressure on your trunk and your core and all that stuff. It does have to support that weight, but it's nowhere near the same as a squat, as an actual barbell squat, as you saw earlier. So that's our analysis. I know I talked most of it.
Yes, of course you do.
But
you're the pro here.
Yeah. I hope you enjoyed the video and this vlog. I'm trying to get better at it. But let me know what you guys think. I appreciate your 2 cents. Sorry for the lighting in this room. It's kind of crappy.
It's romantic.
Yeah. So, let me know what you guys think in the comment sections down below. This is Antoinette and Jason, or also known as the Natural Hulkster. I want to thank you all for watching. And please stay tuned for the next one.
Yeah. Ice pumping through my coronary veins. Fucking stay paid. Just to chase shorty freestyle, smoke gray. The habits stay the same.